Hey guys, this is Carlos Casados with Hypnotherapy Breakthrough. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to make a second video, a part 2 of the daily practices, so that you have something to wrap your day up. Because after creating a wonderful day with the first practice, it kind of helps to have something to wrap up your day. Also, sometimes things don't go as planned. And when that happens, it's easy to mull over things and ruminate. And we need some way or a strategy for how to deal with that, and also something that's going to set us up to do better in the future. So it starts off by doing an after-action review. It's something that the military does after any kind of major operation, and it's just a useful thing. It starts off with reviewing, saying, okay, well, what did I do well? What did I get right? Celebrate your wins, all right? And this is an opportunity for you to practice seeing the good, seeing what it is that you'd like to see more of in the future. I kind of think of this like, if you're training a puppy, or if you were raising a child, or if you had students in a classroom, when you start to see things going well, you want to capitalize on that, and you want to acknowledge those good things so that they know that that's what you want more of, right? So in yourself, it's no different. If you're trying to encourage better behavior, you want to acknowledge when you've done something right. So take some time and actually celebrate your wins first before anything else. The second thing, though, is you want to look at where you could stretch, how you could improve. This is not an opportunity to do a lot of heavy criticism or beating yourself up, kicking the dog, that kind of thing. So don't do that. If you had a tendency for that, then change that now. You'll get better results if you think of it in terms of a stretch. Give yourself something that is actionable, something you can take action on, right? It's not a vague, non-specific thing like, oh, I sucked today. No. It's like, today when I was in the interaction, I could have been more creative. I could have had a better, sort of a lighter attitude. I could have applied some humor in that situation. I could have been more willing, more flexible. It's that kind of stuff. So real actionable stuff. So that's the part 2 is that you, or the second step is that you focus on some specific stretches that you could do. And then the third portion of that is, where do I go from here? So what are the specific action steps I'm going to do that will enable me to carry the second part into tomorrow? So all those stretches that you want to give yourself, how are you going to apply them? So give yourself a real specific plan about it. Just mentally tell yourself, okay, so tomorrow when I'm in that interaction with this person, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Those things on my list that I didn't take care of today, I'm going to actually put those on the top of my list, and I'm going to take action on them first. So that's very important. So you do those 3 steps. What did I do well? What are my stretches? And where specifically do I go from here? Once you've done those 3 things, it'll keep you from ruminating, and it'll give your mind a sense of completion for the day. So then that brings me to the next phase, which is going to sleep, right? So if you have good sleep hygiene, and we can talk about that in a future video, but I want to just touch upon it now. Deep relaxation. If you don't know a progressive deep relaxation technique, start to learn one. But just for the purposes of this video, you can start at any part of your body. I like to go from the top of my head down to the ends of my feet, toes. And you just mentally kind of picture each piece relaxing. You tell yourself, I'm relaxing. You feel yourself relaxing. And you go through progressively until you reach the bottom. Or if you start at the bottom at your toes, you could work your way all the way up to the top of your head. It doesn't really matter what direction you go in. What matters is that you take the time to consciously relax. That's very important. You'll get better at it in time, and you may get to the point where I'm at, which is you only get about a quarter of the way through or halfway through, and you're already asleep. Now this is a good thing, because the last thing that you did was your after action review. That means that your mind, your deep mind, is going to understand that those are the things that are important to you. Therefore, it deletes everything else that's not important to you, and then your mind, your subconscious, as some people like to call it, will start to give you dreams and impressions and help you to process stuff in your sleep, and you'll rest deeper and learn a lot more. So anyway, that's my second piece, part 2 of daily practices. Hope you enjoyed that. Please remember that if you like this, click the like button down there and subscribe or share it if you like. I'd love to hear more feedback from you guys. So if you have something in particular you'd like to listen or like to hear from me, just mention it. And as always, leave comments below, and I'm happy to respond to those when I can. And enjoy. Thanks again. This is Carlos Casados with Hypnotherapy Breakthrough.